Today's 30 days of clay. It's a live demo. And here we have some humans watching. And I'm showing them how to attach a bat to the wheel. First things first, you got your bat and you got your wheel. You are going to be using a piece of clay, and it's the suction of the clay, drawing it down to the wheel that's going to keep it in position. Why would you use a bat? You're going to be using it when you're making something with a wide, flat base, or something heavy and precariously formed that you're going to want to lift off and not kind of scoop up. So, piece of advice number one, use enough clay. It needs to be enough to cover it. The other piece of advice is don't wet the bottom of your bat first of all, especially if you're using an MDF, it's going to draw a bit of moisture. If you wet it first, it's going to slide around. You want it to pull that moisture from the clay, and it's going to help you get more suction. And then we're going to create some little gaps and rivets in the clay. They're going to create a little bit of a suction. I centre my clay. It doesn't really matter if it's centred properly, it just needs to be level. So pop the clay on, and I'm just going to cone it up and down a couple of times. Would have been helpful to say this is about half a pound. So it doesn't need to be perfectly centred. So basically a bit like when you're making a plate. So slowing the wheel down and just bringing it out. Starting from the middle. And that's going to help you get a nice, even, flat piece of clay. I use a fingertip. You can use anything that's strong, again, thinking about that kind of that side of your fist. Start from the middle, move it out. You want it to be relatively flat. So you're just moving it out. It's kind of quite fun actually. You can use your hands, you could use a rib tool would be good for this, a sponge, whatever you need to just bring it out because you're making a nice flat piece of clay. So that's okay. I'm going to say that's probably close enough. You're looking for it to be about 1 centimetre-ish thick. Too much taller than that and you might find it's going to start to slide around and move a little bit. And thinner, you might just not have enough clay to create that suction. So that's your aim. I don't tend to go all the way to the edge of the wheel. You can, but obviously how far you can spread it is dictated by how much clay you've actually got there. So there's our nice little disc of clay. You want to create a few little gaps where that air is going to be trapped. So this lovely tool, get it spinning, and I'm just going to push straight down. Look at that. Well, that's satisfying, isn't it? The benefit of using a tool over using your fingertips is that it's going to be nice and level. When I use my fingertips to squish into it, you then have to level it off a little bit afterwards. So that's perfect, that's ready to go. Your bat doesn't have to be completely centred either. I would just say, because these are quite similar sizes, using your fingertips, you can level it either side. That's going to get it nice and centred. Check either side like that, and then you're going to give it a little push. I also sometimes give it a little bit of a bash from the middle to the edge. So from here, that is now secure. You're going to throw on it. Make sure you wire off your piece before you take it off the wheel anyway, even though you're leaving it on the bat, because it makes taking it off easier. Some bats do actually have a bit of a surface that mean that you can take it off and it pops off, but these MDF ones, I always find it easier to wire it off. Now you've got a bat to jump straight onto as well, so perfect.